What's up, NRBC family? Hey, as you can see, we got bangers tonight. Why do I have these out? That's a great question. And here's the answer. So Buffalo Trace is set to release their highly anticipated and award-winning antique collection for the 2023 season in the fall, which we're in right now. It's showcasing their famous products that represent the distillery's exceptional craftsmanship and dedication to distilling high-quality, award-winning spirits. This year's profile includes all 5 of the BTACs: George T. Stagg, Thomas Handy, Saz 18, the world-famous William LaRue Weller, and the highly anticipated this year's the oldest Eagle Rare 17 bourbon bottle in the collection's history. So, the spirits in this antique collection are aged and proof at the pinnacle of the flavor profile to embody the best possible expressions of each whiskey. Each of these expressions is stored in a unique crystal clear glass style bottle to showcase the gorgeous color, complemented with the black label that provides a complete product story, label, and description and story. These limited editions antique collections are sold separately and will be available in retail right now in early October, and they all will go on sale for $124.99 if you can get them at the store, which you probably can't. So, but that's the retail price. All right, so let's jump right into these bottles because there's a lot of them and there is a lot of flavor notes for all of them. So, first one up is George T. Stagg. So, this bottle is coming in at 135 proof this year, and it is their 2023 offering, which was distilled in the spring of 2008, and its barrels were aged in warehouse CIKL&M. The age statement for the Stag Senior comes in at a whopping 15 years and 4 months this year. That's pretty impressive. The flavor notes, of course, these are not the new releases, but the flavor notes on the 2023 releases are cinnamon, cherry cola. It's got a well-balanced mix of leather, chocolate, vanilla on the palate, complete with a robust, earthy finish. I can promise you this bottle will not disappoint. I love the George T. Staggs. It's that classic Buffalo Trace flavor bomb I get in every single bottle. So next up is the Thomas H. Handy Sazerac. This 2023 expression is coming in. It's comprised of barrels bottled over 6 years. This initially launched in response to a consumer request for a more well-balanced and barrel-strength whiskey that's uncut, unfiltered, a straight rye that clocks in at 124.9 proof. The flavor profile on this one has aromas of orange zest, lemon oil, caramel, hints of pine. On the palate, you're going to get some fresh baking rye bread with some orange marmalade. Some honey appears first, followed by a lingering finish of the light oak and the black licorice, which is pretty complementary to any Saz or any rye products of Buffalo Trace. So the interesting thing about this Thomas H. Handy, it's often passed over as the child in the antique collection. When given the choice of any of these bottles, most would prefer any other than the Thomas H. Handy. There's a number of reasons to contribute to this. It's a younger age compared to the other ones. It's a rye rather than a bourbon, or that it's historically hasn't been the standout of the collection. I'm personally excited for this release. The 2021 and the 2022 releases were incredible. I was really impressed with those. And I think Handy needed a win because I thought their 19 and 20 just didn't make the cut. So I'm pretty excited about the 23. Not that I'll probably get it, but I can always hope. All right, so next up is the Saz 18-year-old whiskey. This is coming in at 90 proof, and it flaunts scents of dried orange, rye spice, and clove. The palate, you get the black pepper, vanilla oak, floral notes, honey, tobacco. I mean, everything you would expect from an 18 or a well-aged rye whiskey. This collection is from the fall of 04 and the spring of 05, and its warehouse is KL&M. So next up is one of my absolute favorites, the William LaRue Weller Bourbon. Incredible. So this is crafted in a response to a consumer request for more well-aged and barrel-strength whiskeys. This antique collection, uncut, unfiltered, weeded recipe bourbon. This year's offering was distilled in the spring of 2011, and its barrels are aged in warehouses C, L, M, and N. This year's Weller will come in at 133.6 proof, surpassing last year's offering of 124.7 proof. The notes this year are going to be brown sugar, vanilla bean on the nose, a warm and delightful palate with stewed cherry and brown sugar crumbles, a robust, dense finish, and some baking spice with a hint of maple syrup. I haven't had the opportunity to have a ton of William LaRue Wellers, but everyone I had is fantastic. They all pack that normal Buffalo Trace notes of that caramel, the orange peel, the brown sugar. You get that, that really nice sweet oak finish. It's that very smooth wheat recipe that you get for most of the Buffalo Trace wheated products of all the Wellers. I'm really hoping to get my hands on a bottle this year. Probably won't happen, but let's hope. All right, last up. I was actually going to do the LaRue last, but this year's Eagle Rare 17 is actually coming in at 19 years and 3 months old. The oldest release of the spirit since its 23 inclusion in the antique collection. This whiskey was distilled in the spring of 2004, and barrels were aged in warehouse C, I, K, M, and Q. Of course, Eagle Rare is going to come in at that traditional 101 proof from the original Eagle Rare that launched in 1975. So it's not going to be any hotter than that. Tasty notes, you're going to get dark chocolate, cherry, well balanced. You're going to get some caramel drizzled chocolate, like a sponge cake on the palate, and the finish is going to be dry with some spicy notes and some cigar and leather finish. So remember, the Eagle Rare 17 indicates the minimum age that the barrels went into this. We know that the oldest is 19 and 3 months, but there could be some 18, some 17 and change years in these bottles. So this is going to be a good one. I think this will probably be, in my opinion, the most sought after one this year just because of the age statement in that. So, all right, guys, there you go. I hope you guys like this. If you can find these bottles, buy them. Secondary on these are crazy, so it's really what you're willing to spend. Again, they come in at retail at $129. These are going for $2,000-$3,000. If you can get a pair for $3,000 or $2,500, I think that's a good deal. So if you guys can jump on that, do it. But again, thanks for tuning in. As always, please like and subscribe. Go over and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And look, remember, bourbon looks great on your shelf, but it tastes even better in your glass. Good night.